I'm here on the New South Wales northern coast at Coffs Harbour. It's not often you associate Coffs Harbour with fast cars, but there you are. It's Rally Australia, World Rally Championship final round for 2016, and this is the Hyundai i20N, Hyundai's World Rally Championship Challenger. Now, we can't buy the i20 in Australia, so me telling you this costs 600 grand doesn't mean very much. So we're going to talk to Rui. He's going to tell us what happens when you make a road car into a rally car. So to show us around the i20N rally car, we've got Rui here, all the way from Europe, or Brazil, somewhere, to show us around the car, because I don't know what happens. So what we're trying to show you here is they've taken a normal car and they've turned it into a rally car. So Rui's going to tell us what they've done to make that happen. Rui.
Well, so obviously we took out the body, the original body of the car, we widened it up to use the arrows so that you can improve and get more
So how
quicker.
much wider?
It's about 30 centimeters
30
wider.
centimeters wider,
yeah,
so
than
that's
the road
a foot
car.
wider.
Yeah.
Right. So hard to park.
It is. And you've got less ratio than a normal
Yeah,
car.
so it's steering the wheel.
for parking that's not a very good car, no, it's true. We reinforced the suspension and obviously we gave it more travel so you can go over the rocks at obviously the stages here in Australia.
So on a road car, you've got maybe that much travel.
Yeah, probably have about 120 and 40 millimeter of travel.
Yeah, so about that much.
And
So
on this car,
rally car,
300.
you got this.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can go over the jumps
Flat out.
and your teeth stay in when you land.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
good, yeah.
And the car stays together.
The car stays together, nothing falls off.
Exactly.
Okay. And there's also a big aero package on here, which next year is going to get even bigger, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how much, I mean, what's the aero doing? Is it making it more slippery or is it actually giving it downforce as well?
Well, the front aero, on the car, what you actually have to keep the car down is the wings on the fenders and the rear wing, the big wing. Next year we'll have, in fact, on the front, a bigger splitter that will hold the car to the floor.
Yeah.
On the current spec, what you have is more concerning the cooling of the car. So you have a lot of flow for the cooling of the engine and for the brakes. So all the openings you see, they're actually for the brakes and engine, and that's it.
So it's a quite different engine as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So road car's going to have like 100 horsepower, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. Here you'll have a bit over 300.
300 horsepower.
Yeah. Also, the torque is probably triplified.
So triple the torque, so probably 600 newton meters?
A bit less.
A bit less than 600. That's still a lot, right? And so you've got a turbo in there. And so you just basically throw everything away, don't you, and start again?
No, actually you don't.
No?
The block, you have to start from a base road car block.
Right.
And basically you do machine the block to make it fit to the rally regulations.
Yep.
Everything else around is reinforced and fine-tuned, of course, for speed.
Sure. So how big is the engine? What's the displacement?
Well, it's still a 1.6 litre
So it's
turbo.
1.6
Yeah.
with V8 torque and V8 power.
Basically, yes.
So it's pretty quick. So top speed?
Top speed on this car is about 200 kilometers an hour.
200 k's an hour.
But you get there pretty quickly.
And how many gears? 6.
6 gears,
And
sequential.
So bang, bang, bang.
No,
All right.
well, paddle.
Paddle. It is paddle, isn't it? All right, so we're going to jump in the car and we're going to find out what the driver does inside the car. Like all race cars, this isn't easy, so don't watch, all right? Right. Is it always this hard?
You can take out the steering wheel to make it easier.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful. So obviously I'm sitting further back.
Yes.
And I'm a lot further down. You've basically ripped everything out, haven't you? And this isn't.
That's fiber.
So not even that's the same.
Nah.
So really, there's nothing left of the inside of the car.
No, for the dashboard, you do have to keep the original drawing of the car.
Yep.
So this is actually the original dashboard of the car design.
Yep.
And you can cut on this area so that the driver can have a little bit lower view.
Yep.
So that's basically the difference you can do design-wise.
All right. So from here, I'm looking out through what's basically a letterbox. So the vision for the driver is quite different. So he's got a different way of changing gears. So that's here. So he just pushes and pulls. Is that right?
Yeah. So that onto yourself, that's putting gears, and this is to downshift.
Wow.
So here is your emergency in case this one stops working.
So you can.
Yeah, and the big one is the fun brake.
The handbrake. All right. So this is what makes it go sideways, basically. Or everything here is on. So you've got to have everything here that most road cars have, like blinkers. You've got to have.
Yeah, well, the car still drives on national roads on the road section, so you have to commit to all the regulations of a normal road car, which on our case we try to keep everything on the hands of the driver or here, so that it makes it easier to use instead of going around with all the switches.
I'm very confused. I'm glad the race drivers aren't. Thank you very much, Rui. That's fantastic. So that's what 600 grand buys you. A car that can fly through the forest, slide through the snow, and tear up the tarmac. I don't know about you, but I really, really want to go.